I'ma need a bigger bag for the cohort. Tryna make $1 million.
So if you're a freshman going to high school and you're hoping to eventually go into college, these are going to be some important tips for you. There are plenty of different programs that different schools offer. There's IB, dual enrollment, honors classes, and there's the AP classes. The IB program is a program where there's a 2-year course work for juniors and seniors, where it's like super rigorous and really hard to do. It's not that bad, it's not terrible. And most schools should offer pre-IB courses. And you would take your pre-IB courses in freshman and sophomore year. While in junior and senior year, you take the actual IB program. In the 2-year program, there's no tests after junior year other than like simple like final exams that the teacher makes or something, or midterm exams and all that. But at the end of senior year, you'll take a EOC or a final exam, an IB exam for all of your courses and whatnot. AP stands for Advanced Placement, and they're basically just college level classes for high schools to take to earn college credits. There's a bunch of AP classes for you to take: AP English, AP English Lit, English Literature, math classes, biology. So if any of those spark your interest, I'll definitely take those, especially if you want to have a good educational resume, because and most colleges are looking for students with really high GPAs who have done a lot of stuff, who've taken the IB program, who passed the IB program, or taken a bunch of AP classes. And there's dual enrollment in which you take college courses in nearby college to earn college credits more directly. This is definitely for those who want experience in how college would work, and it definitely looks good on your resume because it basically means that you already take college level courses and whatnot. So it's always interesting. So you could always take that, but the issue is that you're gonna have to be commuting a lot. You have to be going to that college and then coming back to school to do whatever you gotta do at school, especially if you play sports. So that's always a good thing to think about. So colleges are definitely looking for students who have outstanding records, who have done a lot in school, who do a lot of clubs, and who play sports. I overlooked this for the first 2 years, and I just took the IB program, but even with the IB program, I needed to do a lot more to get into good colleges and whatnot. So, or the colleges that I want to get into. So, I did a bunch of clubs. I don't play any sports, but if you don't play sports, then you could just be in a bunch of clubs and lead a bunch of clubs if you can, or if you have an officer position in a lot of these clubs and whatnot. Really, just don't be shy and look around the school. Ask people, ask sophomores or people above your grade level about what clubs that they're taking, and then there should be a list of clubs somewhere in your school or on the internet. There's a bunch of posters. There could be a bunch of posters. Who knows? My school has a bunch of different clubs. We have robotics. We have a garden club. We have a bunch of clubs that look good on your educational resume. Amongst all of these other stuff that I've already mentioned. There's programs for helping people who have monetary issues and whatnot. Dignity closet is what we call it. It's where students can come by and get shirts for free if they're struggling financially. You don't even have to spend that much time in clubs. It's usually just an afternoon, or sometimes there might be events. My garden club, there's a meeting every Saturday, and so that lasts a couple hours, but it was fun. So just choose whatever you want, to be honest, and have fun. Make sure to have fun. Play sports as well. Play sports and do clubs if that's your thing. I know a lot of people in the IB program that they play sports and do track and a bunch of other stuff. They might play multiple sports per year even. So just make sure that you're consistent with clubs, and you can't be like switching out of clubs or sports even. So you have to stay consistent with like the clubs that you're going to, with the sports that you're playing, and it'll look good on your resume. And a lot of colleges and universities look at that amongst like your college essay and whatnot, and that's how they choose who goes to their college, because really it's you against the world. So you have to look the best that you can possibly look, and you might twist a few words, but everyone does, so it doesn't even really matter. And if you're looking to do something in the military, there's always JROTC. JROTC is a military like boot camp kind of club thing or program that the school has. In Florida, it's required for all freshmen if they don't take PE for 2 years. So yeah, JROTC can be fun sometimes. It depends on who's your sergeants are. You know, I had a really I wouldn't say bad sergeant, but he wasn't people's favorites, and everyone who took his basically left the JROTC program. So if you're into that, if you're planning on doing something in the military in the future, it definitely looks good, and you'll definitely acquire some ranks. I think I'm not quite sure. I think I became like a first private or something. I don't remember. But that was like a long time ago. That was freshman year. So I know a lot of people stuck with it, but there's definitely a culture that develops around the people who stay in JROTC, especially for any program that lasts like a couple years. Like our IB program lasts the whole 4 years, so we basically only known the same people for all those 4 years. So things definitely happen. So I definitely look out for that. But it's nothing too crazy. Just make sure to have fun. But it's more importantly, make sure you get a good resume, especially if you want to go to college, good education resume, because what you do now definitely affects what you do later, especially if you want to go to college. So be careful and have fun.